Hey guys, this is my first video. What if Naruto and Sasuke traveled back in time? This what if is based off of what if fanfics. Please, if you see this video, check them out. And without further ado, let's get started. Naruto shot up only to see everyone dead. Everyone except Sasuke and Kurama. Even Boruto, Himawari, and Hinata were dead. Tears streamed down Naruto's face, and he turned to see Sasuke for help, only to see he wasn't in any better condition. It seemed he was holding back his own tears, so he turned to Kurama for help instead. What should we do? Everyone's dead. Use that jutsu, Kurama said in his usual tone. What? You know, the one you've been working on since Jiraiya died. A smile appeared on Naruto's face once again, as he felt a slight hope. He had in fact been working on a jutsu that would bring them back in time. He never used it though, because sacrificing all his friends' future for one man just didn't seem right to him. But now was the perfect time. He had nothing to lose. Do you really think it will work? He said. It takes a lot of chakra and we're almost out. We should have just enough, Kurama replied. So Naruto started drawing the seal with his blood. As he explained to Sasuke what he was doing, when the seal was done, Naruto grabbed Sasuke's arm and went through some hand signs, pouring all the chakra he could muster into the seal. It caused him to faint from exhaustion, and he was once again wakened by Sasuke, as Kurama had also used a lot of chakra and used this opportunity to take a nap. Did we make it? He asked Sasuke. Yeah, that jutsu of yours is amazing. What was that? Did you say that I'm better than you? Naruto said, with a smirk on his face. In your dreams, Sasuke said, this with a smile on his face, but the smile vanished as quickly as it appeared, for Sasuke couldn't stop thinking that he just needed to go back a few more years. If Naruto had just taken them back a few more years, he could save his entire clan. Naruto's smirk had faded away too, for he knew what Sasuke was thinking. I'm sorry, Sasuke. I brought us as far back as I could. If I could bring us back that far, I would. Don't worry about it. Let's just do what we came here to do. Right. Naruto stood up, but only made it one step before tumbling over and being caught by Sasuke. We need to transform and go to the Hokage's office. He needs to know the truth so that he can help us, Naruto said. Naruto hated having to lean on Sasuke. He didn't want to look weak, but he didn't have a choice. And truth is, he was weak right now. So they both transformed and headed for the Hokage's office. Sasuke actually slipped past the Anbu guards without trying to. Since he was transformed, he couldn't care if they had seen him. But since they hadn't, everyone got ready to attack them when they showed up in the Hokage's office. Naruto had actually already gained enough chakra to stand again, so he got off Sasuke, and they both raised their hands and gave a small head bow to the Hokage to show they meant no harm. The bow was more like a nod than a bow, though, because they didn't care who it was. They wouldn't bow to anyone. The only people they have that much respect for was each other, and they still didn't bow. Everyone in the room eased up a little, but everyone was still on guard. Hokage-sama, can we talk alone, please? We mean no harm, I promise. We just have some important information for you, Naruto stated. Even though the Anbu weren't saying anything and their faces were covered, it seemed like They thought he was crazy, which was reasonable, seeing as they just came out of nowhere and were asking to be alone with the Hokage. None of the Anbu moved until the Hokage waved a hand, signaling for them to leave. When they were all out, Hiruzen activated the privacy seals, and Naruto and Sasuke started explaining everything: who they were, why they were here, and how they got here. When they were done, Hiruzen was shocked. In fact, the expression on his face was so out of character for the usually relaxed, calm Hokage that Naruto couldn't help laughing. So then this is just a transformation, he asked, once he had calmed down a bit. Yeah, they de-transformed to reveal one with eyes bluer than the sky, blonde, short hair, and whisker marks. The other with a black eye, and the other eye was covered by his shoulder-length black hair, so Hiruzen couldn't see it. But there was no mistaking the whisker marks on Naruto. So what should I tell everyone? Tell them we've been on a very long mission for the past 8 years infiltrating Kumo. Give us 6 days and we'll be able to bring Hisashi's body back as proof. We'll need the first of the 6 days to rest. Are you sure you can do it? Hiruzen asked. Of course, we're stronger than you are, Sasuke snapped. All right. Where will you stay and what will your names be? He continued, ignoring Sasuke's tone. I'll stay in the apartment by my younger self, and Sasuke will stay in the closest one to the Uchiha compound, and my name will be Fumihiro Kota. Naruto said. Mine will be Saijin Tora. And they both transformed again. Sasuke had short, messy black hair and brown eyes. Naruto had silky, shoulder-length brown hair and black eyes. His whiskers had also vanished. Alright then, I'll schedule a council meeting for when you get back. You'll rest today and leave tomorrow. Sasuke hated the commanding tone the Hokage used, but he just nodded and left. The next morning, he woke up early and headed for the Uchiha compound in hope of running into his younger counterpart. Hey, what are you doing here? A voice called out from behind him. He turned around to see his younger self. I heard what happened here. I'd been out of the village for a mission for a while, but I was good friends with the Uchihas before I left, Saijin said. His younger counterpart just glared at him. Saijin's sweat dropped. Was he really this tense all the time? Well, where are you going? Saijin already knew the answer. He was going to do the bell test. Training ground 7. You can come along with me if you want. This surprised Saijin, since he didn't expect an answer. Sasuke didn't know why he trusted Saijin so much. There was just something about him that made him trust him. Who's your sensei? Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi, huh? Well then, have you eaten? No, Sasuke snapped, sounding annoyed at all the questions. Saijin ignored this and continued. Why don't I treat you to some ramen? Kakashi's famous for being late, so you shouldn't worry about coming in late. Saijin never really liked ramen that much, but he knew Fumihiro would be there. Why ramen? Sasuke asked. Because I have a friend I need to meet there, and we can give you information on Kakashi. It'll be helpful in case he makes you fight him. Fine. With Fumihiro. Fumihiro slept in a bit longer than Saijin, so Naruto saw him leaving his apartment. Hey, did you move in recently? I didn't know I had any neighbors, Naruto asked. Yeah, I moved in yesterday. Cool. I have to go though. I'm going to become a genin. Oh really? Who's your sensei? Kakashi Hatake? Well then, why don't I treat you to Ichiraku? Kakashi's famous for being late, so he won't be there for the next 2 hours or so. Fumihiro said, hearing Naruto's stomach growl. Naruto's face lit up, but he shook his head. Kakashi-sensei said not to eat. Well then, he shouldn't be late all the time, should he? Come on, it'll be my treat. Alright then, let's go, Naruto exclaimed. Fumihiro let out a small laugh, and they headed towards Ichiraku. When they got there, What are you doing here, Sasuke? I should have guessed you would be here, loser. What? Hey, Fumihiro, Saijin said. Hi, Saijin. Is this your friend? Sasuke asked. Yeah. Okay then, tell me about Kakashi. Well, the first thing you should know is to work together with your teammates always. Use teamwork, Fumihiro said. And that concludes part 1 of What If Naruto and Sasuke Traveled Back in Time.